So
juicy deets.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
they say.
You have a podcast, which is just fantastic. You and Jordan Stratton, just kind of. I mean, I listen to it a lot just as I'm painting and drawing. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I packed an extra beer in a cooler
Yours
because I didn't want it to be warm.
Right.
It's legit. There's an ice pack.
Yeah.
And this is cold. You can see. I'm shooting in 4K. You can see.
The water
folks,
droplets.
this is podcast preparedness.
Yeah.
We're in a pandemic.
Well, yours is a little more manly than mine. I brought one too.
Yes.
And wow, it's pretty cool stuff. I got water over here, but
oh, I do too.
Mine's secretly positioned behind the candle. That way, when I go to grab it, it's like, ow.
Got it. You accidentally drink candle wax.
You don't need no stinking water, man. Oh, well.
This microphone is slowly lowering itself as I talk. It's hilarious. It's so funny. It's so funny to just watch it Which, side note, one of the funniest moments of my life, I was having a conversation. This has nothing to do with Jordan and the podcast. We'll get to Jordan. Jordan
we got time.
I was having lunch with a gentleman who was he was affiliated with my work, and he was talking about a project or something. But we went to go get food. He said, "You want to go get some lunch?" And I said, "Absolutely. I love lunch. Lunch is one of those things I think about all the time, every single day, all day." And so we went and we got barbecue, and he got himself a pulled pork sandwich. Delicious. And so he's talking the whole time, and his tray of food is just sitting there. He hasn't touched it. You can tell he wants to, but he hasn't touched it because he's talking. So I'm scarfing my food down.
Right.
I don't hear a word he's saying because I'm thinking, how is he going to pause in the middle of him talking and take a bite of his food? And so I kept lobbing him 1 word, 2-word answer. Just oh, that's great. Yeah, absolutely. And then just eating my food while he was eating his food. And so I'm going to use my phone. This is his sandwich. And so I guess he had just gotten to the point where he was fed up with it. And so he starts talking and he's making a point. And as he's making a point, he's slowly leaning down to his sandwich. And he just continues to talk to me while he's saying what he needs to say. And he says, it's just one of those things I just really understand. And I was watching this whole situation unfold. He was here, and I think with every mouth open and consonant and vowel, it was he was gumming his sandwich. I'm like, dude, just take a bite. Just take a bite of your food. I feel so bad, but at the same time, I need to see this situation play out.
That's fantastic.
So Jordan's good. He yeah, we're gonna socially distance our podcast. All the gear is currently at my house, facility, environment, and so we need to get him all of the equipment and set up and basically do this number. So yeah, he's been super busy with stuff. I've been absolutely insane. I had even told him that I was recording a podcast with you. He'd be like, "What the hell, dude? We haven't recorded a podcast. And you're off recording podcasts with other." I'll tell him I was thinking of him the whole time.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, too, this is only the second time I've even attempted to do video with a podcast. The first one was just we threw up an iPhone and
it's working
and
great.
Said, let's do this and blah blah blah. And I thought, well, this will be perfect for social distancing. And every time I put out a feeler on my server for Discord and even your server for Discord, it's hilarious because everybody's just chatting, and as soon as I go, "Hey, does anybody want to test?" I hear nothing.
His vision's based on movement.
Yeah, he's going to see us.
I told you early on though, I was down to podcast with you. So
and I don't want to pick on people either because I know everybody's
No, let's
got
do
a
it. Let's say names. Let's call people out.
If we're going to do names.
It's your podcast. We can do whatever you want.
Well, he dropped into my server here a little bit ago. I wrote in the Discord server on my end, the Mike's Lounge. I said, "Don't I forgot to hit record on my camera.
Oh, no.
And poor Genki jumped in. He says, "You're like me." So, poor guy. He breaks everything, Yeah. So I got like a sandwich going here.
So, he's just a really important guy to the server. Just really enjoy having him. And it's great that he's the only one that showed up when we were asking about people who wanted to listen in. So I really appreciate his support and just everything. It almost went up my nose.
Oh no, that would have been horrible.
It's a full beer. It's a full beer.
I actually feel bad for the guy, just because it's how when you have like food in front of your dog, and it's like, there you go, just no.
Oh, I was probably sitting like this. Like he was talking to my face, and I was just, my plate was clean, so I didn't have anything else to do.
And the one-word answers, that's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, I do.
Oh, so I got to ask, because we didn't share this with our listeners here. What is the name of your podcast?
The name of the podcast that myself and Jordan Stratton host is called I Don't Want to Grow Up. We call it Idwigu because it's a very long name for a podcast. But basically, we find topics where that topic was pertinent when we were kids, and it's still something that we may do or experience or live today as adults, and then we decide through a very scientific process of drinking and laughing and riffing, we decide if that thing was better as kids or if it's better now as adults. So things like travel.